Hello. Well, this is a little bit new. I'm Susan Jane Intuitist, and I'm coming to you live. I'm doing some streaming from StreamYard to a few different platforms. So a couple of Facebook group, Facebook page, and my YouTube page, The Art of Intuition. Now, this is a little bit different. So I haven't done this before live. I'm a little bit of an experiment. But Esther had been on my podcast. Now, she is due to come out Thursday morning, a podcast on how to align with your heart center. Now, with this, she went through all the explanation of it, and something happened while we were doing the talk. But let me just do the intro first, and I'll tell you all about it in a minute. Okay, back again. So with Esther's flower, when she was talking to me about how to align with your heart center on the Art of Intuition podcast, she was asking me about what I did, and I was explaining to her a little bit about the flower readings that I do. Now, when I don't do flower readings as much as I used to. I like to teach people how to do flower readings. So I have online courses for that. But when I said to her, so you think of a flower because that's your goal in life, that's about your intuitive goals. And she said, I said, imagine the different goals. If I asked you to think of a business goal or a financial goal, and I asked you to choose a picture, you're more likely to choose a picture of a big flashy house or a brand new car. Now with Esther, I said to her, you can't choose an image like that. You have to choose a neutral flower image. So she said, as soon as I said that, she said, oh, a peony came to mind. She goes, that's really strange because I actually like roses and lilies. So when she said a peony came to mind, she said, that's really strange. What does that mean? And I said to her, well, look, find an image of the flower image of what you were saying, and I will do a quick flower reading for you. So here is Esther's image. Now, there's the peony there. Beautiful, deep pink, gorgeous looking flower. And when we look at it, the first thing I look at is I can't see a stem on it. Now, there's obviously a stem there, but I can't see the stem on it. So because this is her financial goal, first of all, I'd say, well, okay, fair enough. There's no path or journey to her financial goal. Basically, it's there for her waiting. So it's not like she's got to create this small business and grow and grow and grow. It's there already for her. So her financial goal is already there. It's already blossoming. It's ready to go. Now, when we look at it, it's very feminine in its aspect. It's a big round flower. And when we look at it too, it's looking back. It's looking to the past. So when I start seeing these sort of flower images, when we look at the petals are a sign of attraction. And when we look at that as a business or in finances and that, I look at it as marketing. So I've sort of gone into her business with this one, and I think about the marketing. Now, those petals are very, very round. Okay, we're not seeing the full roundness of them, but they are a very, very round cupped petal. So when she starts looking at marketing for her business and creating finances, she needs to make sure that she's actually bringing out a very feminine aspect to it, because these big round petals are very, very nurturing, very, very they're cupping, so they're very supportive. So when she's looking at marketing, she's got to put it supportively. Now, also the flower is towards the right. So when we're looking at that, it needs to be modern. It needs to be relatively up to date in her marketing. However, it is looking back. So we're looking back at past experiences of marketing and how you can create that sort of a financial aspect to it. So we look back into the past and go, okay, well, this is how they used to do it, but we need to bring a modern twist into it. But the biggest thing in her nurturing her finances and her intuitive financial flower is those beautiful big cups. And we're not just talking one or two, we're talking about all the time, everything. The whole lot has to be very, very nurturing, very, very gentle and very safe and soft. So that's what we're looking at. Now the other thing is the colours. Now, the colour isn't the red of passion. but it is a deep pink. So it's not that soft, girly pink. It's got that strength of a deeper pink. So it's really want to get out there and market when you're doing your marketing is to be very, very secure in where you want to go and what you want to say. It's got to be nurturing. It's got to be supportive. It's obviously heading more towards females, to the more feminine aspect, and it's almost traditionally passed, but with a modern twist. So when we're looking at this, there's lots and lots of petals there. There's lots of ways that she can connect with a lot of different people to get those finances in. Now, we can't see the heart of the flower. So basically, the heart is not with the finance. The finance will come through, and she's got to have that drive with that deep pink. But the heart isn't in making the money. The heart is more about that nurturing effect that she has there. So that's all the aspects of how she can do her finances. Make sure, marketing, I should say, make sure when you're marketing, Esther, you really focus on, I would be focusing on women. I would be focusing on women in big groups, not in small groups, but in a bigger capacity. And I would be making sure you put, you know, you don't need to put your heart on the line there because your heart isn't in it. But if it's not part of that nurturing, that cupping feeling, that supportive feeling, then you need to change the copy. You need to change how you're doing it. But traditional marketing methods will work for you, but they've got to have that modern twist. So you may go through the regular spiel of a traditional marketing, but make sure you're bringing it up to line in the right terminology for now. So that's where you would go there. I would put this one down to, so even with intuitive nature, with what I'm doing in the art of intuition, it's, although it's a spiritual aspect, I am very analytical. So I like to have it it has to make sense. This flower is a bit the same. We're looking back in tradition. It's got to make sense, but it's going forward in that emotion, and that's that supportive role. So that is your financial flower. Obviously, it's there ready for you. It's all happening. And it's just, yeah, it's beautiful. You've got to have that drive. You've got to have that passion in it. But it's not a passion about money. It's a passion about support. The more you're supporting people, the more you're going to make. So that's you, Esther. I'm going to end the broadcast. Oh gosh, I had all these other little banners and everything else. I'm supposed to show these sort of things. But honestly, when I start reading, it's just so enjoyable to see where it's going and what it's doing that you sort of forget to do all the other stuff you're supposed to do. So that's that side of it. But yeah, that's me. I don't necessarily do flower readings anymore. There's 16 elements in the flowers that you can go through, but I do like to teach them. So I have got online courses if you do want to learn how to do flower readings. Especially there's live flowers, there's flower images like this one, and then there is flower drawings. Now, when you're doing a flower drawing, obviously your intuition is going through and drawing the image, and then you read it. So it's a really good way of understanding where you're coming from, and of course, trusting your intuition. So that's it from me. I am Susan Jane, the Intuitist. I'm going to say bye for now and have a great day. All right. Cheerio.